Hello, this is Mr. Stansbury. I'm going to take you through some of the problems on the 12C assignment. First one we're going to take a look at here is number 1. Table alongside shows the number of people and cars on a road. Calculate the mode, median, and mean. And then check your answers using your graphics calculator, or you can actually do it on the scientific calculator as well. So let's do this one by hand. So mode is the one that happens most often. That is 1 because that's got a frequency of 13. The median is going to be the middle number, so there's 30 total. So to figure out B, the median, we take 30 divided by 2, and that gives us 15. So if we were to line these all up in order, we would have 15 numbers below, and we'd have 15 numbers above, and right here is the median. So that means 15th right here, and then the 16th is going to be the first one there. So we want to find the average of the 15th and the 16th number here. Okay, first 13 numbers are all going to be 1 if we were to line these all up, right? All the way up to the first 13th number is 1, and then the 14th number is going to start with 2, and that's going to be for the next number. So 14, 15, and 16, so forth and so on, are all going to be 2. So that means our 15th and 16th numbers are going to be 2. The average of 2 is going to be 2. So our median will be 2. Okay, now the mean. I'm going to take all of these numbers here. There's 13 ones, 8 twos, 4 threes, and 5 fours. Add them all up, divide by 30, right? So the easiest way to do that is do 1 times 13. There's 13 ones. 2 times 8 is 16. So all 8 of those 2's are going to add up to 16. All 4 of these 3's are going to add up to 12, and all 5 of those 4's are going to add up to 20. Add those all up, and we get 2, 3, 4, 5, 61. So if we take 61 and divide it by 30, we are going to get, not that, let's see, 61 divided by 30, and we get 2.03. Okay, means our mean is 2.03. Okay, check answers by using your graphing calculator. Let's do the actual graphing calculator, since that's what they're asking, and that's what you will be wanting to use if you happen to be testing for this class at all. So what we'd want to do on this here is we're going to go into Stat, we're going to Edit, and look, we got a bunch of stuff in our list, so we're going to highlight L2 and hit Clear. Nothing happens right off the bat, but as soon as you go down, then everything disappears. So I go over and I highlight list 1, and I push Enter, and then off it goes. Okay, so we're going to simply enter in these 2 columns, 1, 2, 3, and 4 in the first one, and then we're going to do 13, 18, 4, and 5. 13, 8, 4, and 5. Right? And then we are going to do Stat, and we're going to go over to Calculate, and it's going to be 1 variable statistics, right? Our list is in list 1, and for a lot of you, your frequency list will not say anything. So for starters, it's probably going to look like this, list 1, and there's not going to be anything in frequency list. So if that is true, then what you have to do is you have to go down, and we have to enter in the L2 for frequency list. So to get that, that's this little L2 right here above the 2, and that's in bright blue, so that means I have to push the bright blue second button and do list 2, push Enter, and then we calculate, and it gives us all of our data. Look, there's our mean, 2.03, which is what we got. The median here says that it's 2, and that's what we got there by hand, and it does not give us the mode, but we can tell by the mode is 13. So we've checked our answers to make sure that we are all good to go. Okay? Okay, let's take a look then at the next one, which is number 5. Column graph shows the weekly pocket money for a class of children. Construct a frequency table from the graph. So let's do that first. So the values and the frequency. So these are all our values. So kids either brought €1, €2, €3, €4, or €5. The frequency will be this number over here. So 4 kids bought €1. 9 kids brought €2. 2 kids bought €3. 6 kids brought 4, and 8 kids brought 5. Okay, so there's our frequency table from this graph. Okay, determine the total number of children in the class. So that's going to be our total frequency. We're also going to have to find the mean, median, and mode. So instead of taking a little bit of time to add that all up, I'm just simply going to put it into the calculator. And again, you can do this on the scientific calculator or the graphing calculator. We just did the first one on the scientific calculator, so let's do this one on the graphing. We did the first one on graphing. We'll do this one on scientific. So we're going to go into data. We want to get rid of this stuff here, so we have to push data again. And I'm going to make it a little bit easy. We can push clear all, and we get rid of everything. And now we just enter in our data: 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we go over and do 4, 9. Oh, sorry, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then we go over and do 4, 9, 2, 6, and 8. Okay, and that should all match up, which it does. And then we can do second data, which is statistics. And we want just one variable, statistics, because the only variable is the euros. Okay, the data is all in list 1, and our frequency we put over here in list 2. So we highlight list 2, calculate. The nice part about this is it says that there's 29 pieces of data, so that means that there are, determine the total number of children for the class. There's 29 of them because our calculator told us so. And then we got to find the mean, median, and mode. So the mean is going to be 3.17. Okay, and then the median is going to be the middle number, which it tells us on here. If we scroll down, so the median is 3. Okay, and the mode of the data is the one that happens most often, which is going to be 2, because that happens 9 times. 5 is close, but that only happens 8 times. Which of the measures of center can be found easily using the graph only? Well, the easiest one would be the mode. Median is not going to be very easy to find. Sorry, the mean's not going to be very easy to find, and the median, not really either. So I'd go with probably the easiest one is definitely the mode. All right, next one to take a look at is number 7. In an office of 20 people, there are only 4 salary levels. One person makes 100,000, 3 people make 84, 6 people make 70, and 10 people make 56. Calculate the median, mode, and the mean. So let's do that with handy dandy graphing calculator. There we go. So we're going to go into stat, and we're going to edit our data. So we got to get rid of the data up there. So again, to remind you, we just highlight the list 1, hit clear, and then enter will move us down in there. So let's do this. We've got 100,000. That's 10. I got to make sure I get enough zeros in there. All right, 100,000, and then we got 84,000. 70,000 and 56,000. Okay, and then the frequencies of those, there's 1 that makes 100, there's 3 that make 84, there's 6 that make 70, and 10 that make 56. Okay, so now we can go into stat, calculate one variable, statistics. Our list is our data is in list 1, the frequency is in list 2, just like it says. Calculate, you may have to enter that in if it's not already in there, but and then it gives us all our important info. So the median is the first thing they asked for. That's 63,000. So I is 63,000. The mode is the one that happens most often, which is definitely the 56,000. And then the mean salary is, oops, wrong calculator. Let's get rid of that. There we go. And then the mean is back up here, X with the bar over the top, 66,600. Okay. Okay. So that's all we have for 7. And then for 8, table shows test scores of a class of students. Passing scores of a pass is a score of 5 or more. Given that the mean score was 5.45, find X. Okay, so we got to figure out the frequency on this one here. So we know that. Let's see. Passive score. Okay, so let's do this. 2 times 0 is 0. 3 times 2 is 6. 4 times 3 is 12. 5 times 5 is 25. 6 times x is actually 6x. 7 times 4 is 28. 8 times 1 is 8. So we know that 0 plus 6 plus 12 plus 25 plus 6 times whatever x is plus 28 plus 8 all divided by this total frequency, which is going to be 0 plus 2 plus 3 plus 5 plus x plus 4 plus 1 has to equal 5.45, right? So let's simplify all that there. Let's see, there we go. So let's add these all up and see what we get for both numerator and denominator. Adding all the top up, we get 79 plus 6x. Adding all the bottom up, we get 15 plus x, and we know it equals 5.45 equal. Okay, so once I get this, I'm going to find the cross products. Right, that times that equals that times that. So it means 1 times 79 plus 6x has to equal 5.45 times 15 plus x. Okay, so distribute the 1 through, and we're just left with 79 plus 6x. Distribute the 5.45 through, and what do we get? 5.45 times 15 gives us 81.75 equals, oops, not equals, but plus 5.45x. So I'm going to subtract my 5.45x from both sides. Right, that gets rid of that, and it's going to be, and then I'm going to get, since we're moving all the x's to the left side, let's move all the constants to the other side. So subtract 79 from both sides, and we get 0.55x equals what, 2.75. Excuse me. All right, divide both sides by 0.55, and we better hope that this ends up to be a whole number. Let's check. 2.75 divided by 0.55 gives us 5. Okay, so then we now know that this x has to be 5. So given that the mean score was 5.45, find x, and we did. Okay, all right, that's all we have for the problems from 12C. If you have any further questions, please feel free to ask. Thanks.